Did you know? Japan just made a major energy move, one that could shake up the global economy. And guess who made the announcement? None other than Donald Trump himself. But why is Japan turning to the US for LNG? What does this mean for global energy markets? Let's break it all down.
Remember that day. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. I'm delighted to welcome Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru to the White House for the first time. And Prime Minister, it's an honor to have you with us, a great honor. Japan is a great country. Thank you very much. Japan is strong and proud. It's a nation that is home to one of the great civilizations in the history of the world. For nearly 80 years, the American-Japanese people have enjoyed a friendship like few others. We've had a great friendship across the vast ocean, and we found ourselves united by bonds of history, commerce, culture, mutual admiration, and great respect. After our meeting today, I'm confident that the cherished alliances between our two countries and others also will continue to flourish long and into the future. The military cooperation between the United States and Japan is one of our closest security partnerships, and it's one of the closest we have anywhere in the world. Our service members work together every day to defend our common interests. Japan is committed to double its defense spending by 2027 compared to my first term. They've invested a lot of money because of my first term. We worked on that very hard with Shinzo. You know, the great Shinzo Abe, and we look forward to seeing even more so.
Former US President Donald Trump just revealed that Japan will begin importing liquefied natural gas, LNG, from the United States. This move marks a major shift in global energy policies. But why is this happening now?
Election, the Japanese investment and technology giant SoftBank announced plans to invest between $100 and $200 billion, and we have many other companies investing that number, higher than that number, some a little bit less, but we have trillions of dollars of investment pouring into our country now that you didn't have just a short while ago. Today, our teams discussed how our two nations can do even more to stay on the cutting edge of artificial intelligence, along with the quantum computing, semiconductors, and other critical technologies. And they're coming out. The problem with technology, that kind, it's obsolete in about 2 days, so we have to start all over again. Doesn't last long. We agreed to cooperate.
Japan has long been dependent on LNG imports, mainly from countries like Australia and Qatar. However, rising geopolitical tensions and energy security concerns have led Japan to diversify its suppliers. The U.S., being one of the world's largest LNG exporters, is stepping in at the right time.
Record numbers. It'll be record numbers. With our Secretary of the Interior, we were talking, I think Doug is here. Hello, Doug. Please stand up, Doug. Doug Burgum, everybody. We're talking about the pipeline in Alaska, which is the closest point of major oil and gas to Japan by far, less than half the distance of any other location. We're talking about a joint venture of some type between Japan and us, having to do with Alaska oil and gas, and that's very exciting. They're very excited about it, so are we. As we deepen our economic relationship, I made clear that the United States will be conducting trade with all countries based on the principle of fairness and reciprocity. Chronic trade deficits not only undermine our economy, they really do, and we're going to get rid of the trade. We have a trade deficit with Japan of over $100 billion, but we're going to work that out, and I think very quickly, frankly. We can do it just on oil and gas. We can work it out, so we intend to do it very quickly. We both understand that. And as America welcomes new foreign investment, we also want to ensure that companies build their products and factories here in America, not simply.
Has been vocal about energy independence and boosting U.S. exports. With this deal, he aims to strengthen trade ties with Japan while positioning the U.S. as a dominant player in the LNG market. But how does this impact U.S. energy policy and Biden's administration?
Going to be doing something very exciting about U.S. Steel. They'll be looking at an investment rather than a purchase. We didn't like the idea. U.S. Steel is a very important company to us. It was the greatest company in the world for 15 years, many years ago, 80 years ago. And we didn't want to see that leave. And it wouldn't actually leave, but the concept psychologically not good. So they've agreed to invest heavily in U.S. Steel as opposed to own it.
Deal could shift global energy dynamics. With the U.S. increasing LNG exports, countries like Russia and Qatar may face stronger competition. Meanwhile, Japan secures a more reliable energy source. But will this lead to higher LNG prices worldwide?
Prime Minister, as you know, and you knew him very well, Shinzo Abe, the longest serving prime minister in Japan's history. Likewise, I expect that this prime minister is going to be a great one. I really believe that he's going to be a great one. I've gotten to know him for not long, but I can see.
Is this deal a game changer or just another political move? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on global trade and energy news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
And then we'll take some questions.